What's going on, guys? Adam again, back with Atomic Garage, and today, woohoo, today is going to be a good day, guys, because today we are finally putting the coilovers on the E36, coming up in this video. That's right, guys. I have been waiting for this day for quite some time now. And it is about time that we change these regular shocks to some coilovers, get some adjustability in my life. And man, I'm just so ready. I have waited for this day because I have been busy and frantic and constantly doing a bunch of stuff. And I haven't had a chance to take care of my girl. As you see, it's full of pollen and everything, and this car needs much love, and we're going to start that off right by putting the coilovers on. But first, I got to show you the hackery that I will be committing today. I'm just going to be completely honest about it. See, which hopefully will be the only hackery, is the fact that one of these bolts are broken off. Can you find the broken bolt? Yep, you see it right there. So only one side of the coilover will be able to bolt in, besides the top and the bottom and all that other good stuff. I'm going to get another hub. I've already tried drilling it out. As you can see here, it came out absolutely terrible. So I will handle that at another time. But for right now, today is my only free day. My only chance at getting this car and getting it low and feeling good. So I'm gonna pull out the coilovers, and then we're gonna start disassembling everything. Can we just take a minute to look at these coilovers? Oh man, I just can't wait to throw them on there. So we're gonna go ahead and start disassembling and start getting this thing going. And I'll see you guys shortly. I have done is, since I've taken this entire strut off, I've measured it from this top hat right here to the middle of the hole on this one, and I've got 24 inches. Now on the new coilover that I'm about to put on, I have measured it and I'm getting like 22 1/4. So that already should give me a drop. What I'm gonna do real quick is just check preload, see how much this spring is already compressed. If it's compressed a lot, which means it's going to give me a very stiff ride, I'm going to give a little less preload, because naturally a lot of these eBay Maxpeedingrods coilovers, they have a lot of preload on it, which means they have a stiffer ride. So I'm going to check that out real quick.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
So just as I expected, there was a lot of preload, making that spring extremely stiff. So what I did was I loosened it till you can move this spring around a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten it up a little bit, just maybe this much worth. Tighten it up, maybe a little bit more than that, and then I'll lock it down with the lock nut and put it on the car. Usually you do this after you install it on the car and you want to fine tune the ride, but I knew that there was going to be a lot of preload in this spring. So I want to remove that, and then we can move on from there. So now I'm going to finish set it up, and then it'll be going back on the car. So guys, about 5 hours later, not 5 hours, but like an hour and a half later, I finally got this side done. And the reason why is because this right here, that tie rod and that nut, when I took it loose, got destroyed. But the threads were actually more than salvageable on that tie rod end. And unfortunately, the nut for it is a metric fine thread, which is very hard to find, at least where I'm at. And it was a M10 by 1.0. And that was hard, but I was able to find it at a local Jumper Parts. They really saved the day. It only took me forever to get that part done, but we've got that done. But look at this caliper. This caliper looks like it's been beat all the heck. And the thing I don't understand is I lay several coats of primer and paint on it. Now you can see the primer that's under it. but the paint does not looking as illustrious as I want it to. Well, right there it looks pretty good, but you see a lot of little chips and stuff like that. So do is clean this off with some wax and grease remover, clean it really good, and I'm going to spray it again, and then I will move on to the other side, giving this side to dry, and get the other side going as well. That looks so much better. That's how it's originally supposed to look. I just really wanted to get the chips and stuff gone. So now I'm gonna move to the other side and put the other side on before I take a break. All right, guys, so as you can see, I've got both sides on the front. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and throw the tires on without the spacer that I usually would run on them. I'm gonna run it without the spacer and see if it tucks the tire, how's the fitment look, and things like that. So that's what we're about to do right now. All right, guys, so I've got both wheels on, so I'm gonna set you guys down, and now we are going to see how it actually looks once I lowered it down. So, I'm nervous. Got the jack stands out. Let's see. Oh man, that brought it down pretty good. Look at that. That brought it down pretty decent. Like, I've got room to go down even further. Let's check out the other side. Other side, way too high. You can see that right there, way too high. But we can adjust that. We can bring that back down even more. So I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, so I'm gonna lower it one more time. And it's the last time I do it, I promise. At least for now. Oh yeah. I think that's perfect. I think that is perfect. Ooh. Look at that. Oh yeah. We got the low out. We got the low on it now. We got the low. Now it looks good. One thing I'm gonna have to fix in the future. Look at that. Look at that rust spot right there. That is awful. Don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I gotta figure that out as well. So we've got the front side completely done. I've run out of time for today, so I will have to do the back on another day. So see you then. It is the same day. I'm back outside. Got a little bit of light left before I'll be calling it a day. I'm really going to just put you guys on a time lapse, set it down, and I'm just going to plug away at the car, getting this rear setup completely done. And it's gonna be a little bit of trial and error because I spent quite a bit of time on the front, but look at how low it actually got. So it looks wonderful. I'm gonna jump onto the back, and this may be the fun part because the coilover kit is not meant for TIs. And I bought one because there's not a whole lot of coilover solutions for TI versions because it has a E30 rear suspension setup. So I don't know exactly how this is gonna go, but I'm not gonna waste any time and I'm gonna jump straight onto it. Got the bottom shock already loose. I've already got this side pulled away. Don't judge me, guys. Like, look how, I mean, the back of my car has become a storage unit since I have been just like hardcore working on it. So forgive the hoarding of tool status. I apologize. It was way better than this not too long ago, but it's pretty bad now. I didn't feel like going back and forth and back and forth. But anyway, let's hurry up. So I just pulled these shocks out, and here's a joke for you. These shocks are so blown, That was it. That was it. It's just completely blown. It's just completely garbage. Out with the old and in with the new. So let's keep rolling. Is the difference between regular 318 Ti E30, basically rear springs to aftermarket drop springs. You can see how short it is in comparison. That's quite a drop all on its own. But I'm going to be putting these little lift or lower perches on there as well, and we'll see how all of this goes. Look at the predicament I'm in. Yep, that's right. It is squarely on the ground. There's a jack stand on this side. Kicker, there's a jack stand on this side as well. But this is the joy and the blessings of working on dirt. That's what it is right there. So you got to jack up the car 15 times higher to get some wood under it. So this won't happen. Good thing I wasn't under the car. I'm aggravated now. I'm going to keep pushing through though. Luckily, the old cheapy jack actually is working, so I can recenter everything and lift it back up. So fingers crossed I don't die. Jack stand and wood. Now you see how high I have to raise the car. Anyway, I should have done it this way the first time. Should have learned from this same thing happening on the back, but I thought it was better dirt. That's wrong. Do this on the other side and then we can keep. All right, so now I'm going to lift the car back up on this side and take the jack stand from under it and then drop it down and see how it is. That actually seems pretty high, actually. Too high, way too high. Right now, I don't have anything supporting it besides the jack stand on that side. And I've already disconnected the shock on this side, and the spring with the adjusting perch right here is way too high. It's making it sit way too high. So I need to jack the car back up, pull the spring back out, take this piece out, then I can put the spring back in, drop it back down. So as we got back without the actual blocks on it, and it sits perfect, honestly. I do know though that the fitment is pretty trash. I've got quite a bit of space this way, so I might put the spacers that were on the front on the back. But man, I've got this going, and I think I may be able to do the back on that side without having to take everything off. So it's worth a shot, but I'll see you when this car is completely finished. Well guys, we are inside of the car, which means one thing, which means we are actually done. Now, this has been a long process. This is clearly the next day, and we're about to take it for our first drive. Once I get down the ways a little bit, I'll get out and show you the ride height. Setting the ride height took some time, took some trial and error, some measuring tape, and just going back and forth, and it got a little bit of annoying, but I think I am pleased with it. So now is the first official drive. First official drive, first impressions of how it feels. I'm not sure, so let's go. All right, so we're moving. Haven't really gone over any bumps, but initial impressions aren't bad. I feel it's a little bit stiffer than stock. I feel the road more than I would with the stock or replacement struts that I was running. Feels pretty good so far. I'm pleasantly surprised. I am pleasantly surprised at how smooth the car is running. True, I'm only going 55, but it feels good. Man, it actually feels really good. And the road I'm on is not the best. I am surprised at how good it feels. It feels really good. The low. Oh man, that looks good. That looks really good. Look at that. Look at that right there. Oh man, that's some fitment right there. I even put the 7mm on the back. It can tuck It tucks inside of there and it doesn't rub. That is, God, it's about time for an exhaust. But look at that. No more monster trucking. It looks really good. I can't wait to paint the wheels, get rid of that plastic. The car needs a complete detail. I need to completely detail it, but it looks amazing. So that's it for me today, guys. As you see, BMW is low now, and it actually feels really good. So I'm gonna keep driving this car a little more, and unless a wheel falls off or a strut pierces my heart from driving, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.